Tonight on Art Quiz, Adam, student, expert subject, roller coasters. Paul, finance manager, expert subject, Manchester United. Eliza, student, expert subject, The Shining. Carly, hotel receptionist, expert subject, Watergate. Here's your host, Tom Gleeson.
Hello. Hi. I'm the new Wiggle. Welcome to Hard Quiz. These contestants are sheep. Last one to be clipped will be tonight's Hard Quiz champion. Let's say hello. G'day, Carly.
Hi, Tom.
What started the interest with Watergate?
Back in the early 2000s in NZ, there was Gate this, Gate this. There was Paintergate in particular with Helen Clark, who was the Prime Minister at the time. And I'm like, what's all this gate that they're talking about? So anyway, I'm a bit of a history nerd. Start looking it up. Oh, President resigned. Oh, Nixon. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, I started digging deeper and deeper and got obsessed.
That was really cute how you suggested it was a New Zealand phenomenon.
Not a New Zealand phenomenon, but
back in the early 2000s, all these gates were happening in New Zealand. I got news for you. It was f***ing worldwide. How many books have you read on Watergate?
Too many. Audiobooks, books, movies.
You can't read an audiobook. Eliza.
Hey.
Now you're into the movie The Shining.
Yeah.
How did that start?
From the Simpsons episode parody, in Trees on House of Water. Well, I'd always been into like spooky stuff when I was a kid, and like combination of Simpsons, scary, and like not knowing what the plot was and stuff just made me really curious.
Now you're into The Shining. Now when I boot you out, you're not going to come back and put an axe through that door, eh?
I don't know. It looks pretty solid. I don't know if I could. Like, I don't have much upper body strength. Like, I'll try it, I guess.
And if you're covered in blood, we won't be able to tell because of your dress. Now, Paul, when did you become a Manchester United fan?
Well, I was originally from Manchester, so when I was 1 year old, when my dad used to take me to the games.
Ah, so your dad went for the team.
Yep.
And then you went for the team as well.
Well, the whole family's followed them for over 100 years, so...
OK.
In fact, my uncle went to the European Cup 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And to show how passionate we are, there was an empty seat next to him. And you can't get tickets for them games. And at half-time, the supporter behind him said, "Excuse me, mate, how come you got a seat next year that's empty?" Everyone wants tickets. He said, "Oh, well, it's my wife's. Unfortunately, she passed away recently." And he said, "Oh, very sorry to hear that." He said, "Couldn't you brought a relative or friends or something?" He said, "No, they're all at her funeral today, sorry." So very, very passionate.
Are you working a bit of material into our show, Paul? I suspect that event you described never happened, but anyway. Do you play soccer yourself?
Unfortunately, yes. In the over 35 Legends League for Real Madrid.
Oh.
But they put me up front. I'm striking, I'm supposed to be shooting. If I would have shot 12 shots at John Lennon, he'd still be alive today. I'm going back into defence, I think. The only injury I've got is pride, unfortunately.
Are you sure your expert subject isn't Benny Hill?
A legend in his own mind.
You even said it to the live audience. He would have been alive today. Adam.
Hello.
Now, you're into roller coasters.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're the most thrilling thing you can do.
Have you tried drugs?
I don't know about you, but no.
So what do you love about roller coasters?
The thrill, the forces that you can't get on any sort of entertainment, I mean, they're just crazy feats of engineering. I mean, there's nothing else like them.
So do you just enjoy putting your safety in the hands of some sweaty, tattooed carny?
I mean, I don't know what sort of theme parks you go to, but I go to the safe ones.
Adam's got me over a barrel. How will I survive? Did you know that studies have shown that the most exciting time to be in a roller coaster is when you're first strapped in because you can't escape? That's the time of peak arousal.
I'm feeling that a bit now.
Yeah. All right, well, let's play. Home!
Expert round. Expert subject. Win or lose 5 points. Steal an answer, double points.
I'll ask Each of you 5 questions on your expert subject. Right, you get 5 points. Wrong, I will take 5 points from you. The rest of you can steal at any time to get double points. To play along at home, use the hashtag #HardQuiz. Let's start with Adam and his expert subject, roller coasters. You ready, Adam?
As I'll ever be.
Peak arousal? Probably get peak arousal more quickly than I do. You're a bit younger. Here we go. The oldest continuously operating roller coaster in the world is found in which country? Adam?
Australia.
Correct. It's the Great Scenic Railway at Luna Park in Melbourne, and you pay to get trapped on a crowded carriage full of screaming bogans. Dating back to 15th century Russia, the precursor to modern roller coasters were wooden slides covered in what? Adam?
Ice.
Correct. It's like a slip and slide, but if you go over the edge, you die. That's fun for the whole family. Designer Ron Toomer created the first modern roller coaster to go through 360-degree loops, which was named after what implement? Adam?
Corkscrew.
Correct. As a roller coaster climbs up a hill, the familiar click-clack sound is made by a safety mechanism designed to stop the car rolling backward, which is named after what animal? For the steal, it's Eliza.
Alligator?
Incorrect, still open. Wide open. Time's up. Dog. Not heard of that, Adam?
No.
That's weird, because you always get half a mongrel on the roller coaster.
Very good.
Didn't know about the dog. There it is there. There's the safety dog, the ratchet rail, the chain dog and the lift chain. The safety dog stops it from rolling back down the hill. Last question in your set, Adam. A Disneyland bobsled ride, the world's first roller coaster running on a tubular steel track, is installed in a replica of which Swiss mountain? Adam?
The Matterhorn.
Correct. When you're first strapped into a roller coaster, do you get a Matterhorn? Time now for Paul and Manchester United. Are you ready, Paul?
As ready as I was on my wedding night, Tom.
OK. Let's try to get through this. The team's nickname, the Red Devils, originated with another Salford-based team that plays which sporting code? Paul?
Rugby league.
Correct. During a 1996 match, players changed their uniforms at half-time, claiming they couldn't see each other wearing shirts of what colour? Paul?
Grey.
Correct. In 1999, regulators blocked a takeover bid for Manchester United by which Australian-born billionaire? Paul?
Rupert Murdoch.
Correct. After a match dubbed the Battle of the Buffet, an Arsenal player threw what type of food, Paul?
Pizza slice.
Correct. What type of food at legendary manager Sir Alex Ferguson? Pizza slice was the right answer. Last question in your set, Paul. Choosing Sir Elton John and Elizabeth Hurley to be godparents of his first 2 children was which Manchester United player?
David
Paul?
Beckham.
Yes. Correct. Which player? David Beckham. Paul there with 5 from 5. Doesn't happen often. Next set of questions is for Eliza on The Shining. The Stanley Hotel inspired The Shining when author Stephen King had a nightmare there about a fire hose chasing which member of his family?
His
Eliza?
son.
Correct. In the film, struggling writer Jack Torrance becomes caretaker of the Overlook Hotel, which he is told is built on a site formerly used as what? Eliza?
A Native American burial ground.
Correct. No horror film in the 70s would be complete without bad city planning. Possessed by supernatural forces, Jack abandons the writing of his play and repetitively types, "All work and no play makes Jack a what?" For the steal, it's Adam.
Dull boy.
Correct. The ability of Jack's son Danny to communicate telepathically and see visions of the past is called The Shining. The term inspired by which John Lennon song? Eliza?
Instant Karma.
Correct. Instant Karma, we all shine on. Last question in your set, Eliza. Jack hacks through a bathroom door shouting a demented "Here's Johnny" just after reciting lines from which fable, Eliza?
The Three Little Pigs.
Correct! All right, Carly, still at the bottom on 0. We haven't had your questions yet, though. You ready?
Bit mean, but yes.
OK. A bit mean. You've seen the show, yeah?
Tom, yeah.
OK. Well, it'd be weirder if I said, "I love you." Last set in the expert round, it's Carly and Watergate. The Watergate burglars were caught breaking into the Democratic National Committee headquarters after a security guard saw what on a basement, Carly?
Tape on the door jamb.
Correct. What on a basement door lock? Tape is correct. The security guard, Frank Wills, actually played himself in the film All the President's Men about the break-in. Evidence in the trial of the Watergate burglars included microphones hidden inside which brand of lip balm? Carly.
Vaseline.
Incorrect. Still open. Time's up. Chapstick.
Oh.
There they are there, being charged. It'd be a bit of a giveaway, wouldn't it? Oh, I'll just use a bit of lip balm. Oh, hang on, it's plugged into the wall. That's, I don't have any of those wireless lip balms like I normally have. During the scandal, Nixon infamously declared, "I'm not a crook," while addressing a convention of newspaper editors at which theme park? Time's up! Adam, what's wrong with you? Said theme park. You should have been,
Roller coasters.
Yeah, where the do you find them, Adam? The answer is Disney World. The film rights for the Bernstein and Woodward book All the President's Men were bought for $450,000 by which Oscar winner? Carly.
Robert Redford.
Correct. There he's in the movie with co-star Dustin Hoffman. Last question in your set, Carly. Mark Felt, Associate Director of the FBI at the time of Watergate, aided a Washington Post investigation into the scandal. His identity disguised using what name, Carly?
Deep Throat.
Correct! All right, Carly, you're at the bottom on 10. Still got my round to go, though. We've whipped through their subjects, now let's whip through mine.
Tom's round. Tom's subject, multiple choice.
This week, I've been really getting into flowers. This round is multiple choice. Select your answers on your screens, then press the buzzer to lock in your answer. The use of poppies as a symbol of remembrance was inspired by a poem written by Canadian Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae from which battlefield? A. Gallipoli, B. Ardennes, C. Ypres, D. the Somme. The answer is C. Ypres. Tulip mania took hold in 17th century Holland. To what does that term refer? A, the beginning of spring, B, young love, C, drug addiction, D, a financial bubble. The answer is D, a financial bubble. With the largest bloom in the world, Rafflesia arnoldii attracts insects using what attribute? A, long stamens, B, sticky leaves, C, sweet nectar, D, a disgusting smell. The answer is D, a disgusting smell. Yeah, it's a parasitic plant that steals all its water and nutrients from a host plant, and it has a disgusting smell. Sounds like one of my tenants. Displayed outside the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, Puppy, a giant Jeff Koons statue made of living flowers, was targeted in a plot by what type of criminals? A, arsonists, B, terrorists, C, thieves, D, public urinators. The answer is B, terrorists. Yeah, in 1997, Spanish police caught Basque separatists disguised as gardeners, attempting to bomb the statue by leaving behind remote-controlled exploding flower pots. One of them's gone on to host Gardening Australia. All right, Carly, you need this to stick with us. Last question in my round to double points. Which of the following animals does not pollinate flowers? A, mosquito, B, hummingbird, C, lemur, D, mongoose, E, kiwi, F, gecko. The answer is E, kiwi. You're still at the bottom on 10, Carly. Get over here. You got the last one, right?
Kiwi, yeah.
You had to know
I
about
had to
the
go out with that, didn't I?
Yeah. All the other animals were doing something. The kiwi wasn't. That's rather fitting, isn't it?
Indeed.
Oh. You just had this look on your face like, please let this be over. That's okay. That can be organised.
Yeah.
Out. There she goes. Flipping hat. It's the people's round.
The People's Round against the clock.
Put down the cup of tea, play along at home. Your time starts now. In the Super Mario series, who is Mario's brother? Adam.
Luigi.
Yes. Chinese military strategist Sun Tzu authored The Art of what? Adam.
War.
Yes. The Nutcracker Ballet features a score by which composer?
Tchaikovsky.
Liza. Yes. What is the typical vegetable ingredient in the dish eggs Florentine? Eliza.
Asparagus?
No. Spinach. Which band's name is often pronounced Akadaka? Adam.
AC/DC.
Yes. A long, narrow inlet of sea between high cliffs is described by which Norwegian word? Eliza.
A fjord?
Yes. On the Australian Aboriginal flag, the gold circle represents what? Eliza.
The sun?
Yes. America has Hollywood, India has Bollywood. Eliza.
Nigeria has Nollywood?
No. And which country has a film industry known as Lollywood? The answer is Pakistan. Which of my joints would I hurt if I damaged my patella? Enan.
Knee.
Yes. Time's up. Well, at the end of the people's round, Paul, you didn't get a touch. Get over here. What happened, Paul? I'm thinking you know about Manchester United and nothing else? Is that what's going on?
Brexit has come early, Tom. Brexit has come early.
Oh, Brexit for this show?
Yeah.
Oh, what a treat. Well, if I'm the EU... Out! There he goes. See you later. Only two left. Who's going to be the hard quiz champion? Adam and Eliza, get over here because it's time to play hard quiz.
Final round, head-to-head. The Shining versus Roller Coasters. Hard quiz.
Now, there can only be one hard quiz champion who gets to take home the limited edition big brass mug. Eliza, what will you do with the mug if you win?
I reckon I'll just, like, dump a whole thing of Milo and then, like, a litre of milk in. That'll be great.
All right. Do you reckon you'll get through it?
I don't care. I'll force myself to. I've earned it. If I win, I'll do it.
OK. What about you, Adam?
Big tea lover, so I'm going to use it for its original purpose.
What's happened to kids these days?
We're just the lamest kids possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, Milo and tea. What are you going to do at your 21st? Have a bicky? All right, it's best of 5, penalty shootout style, harder questions on your expert subject. So it's Adam's knowledge of roller coasters versus Eliza's knowledge of The Shining. Let's play. Hard! This could be the youngest final round we've ever had. Yeah. We're going to lose viewers over this. Baby boomers across Australia just packing up shop. They're like, F this, I'm getting in the caravan.
Oh dear.
OK, here we go. Adam.
Yes.
In the 1800s, one of America's most popular tourist attractions and the inspiration for early US roller coasters was a ride on which coal railroad?
Coal railroads. I've read about this, and I should know the answer, but it isn't coming to me in the moment.
It's from the olden days, unlike yourself. So.
Yeah. A bit before my time. I'm just going to say Coal Hill Railway.
Incorrect. It's always worth a guess. It's the Mouch Chunk Railroad. You heard of it?
Yes,
Mouch
I
Chunk?
have.
You read about it, couldn't remember the name.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name.
Looks pretty cool. Looks like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's an olden days roller coaster.
Wow.
So probably dangerous and more fun. They'll probably go down it drinking whiskey, not tea or Milo. Eliza. Shots of Danny riding his tricycle around the halls of the hotel were taken by Steadicam operator Garrett Brown, inventor of the technology which originally had what name?
Ooh, I don't remember. I know what year it was made and the movies it was used in before The Shining.
What other movies was it used in?
It was used in Rocky before that. I'm gonna have to guess, I don't know. It was called Move Cam.
Incorrect. It was not Move Cam.
Bugger.
It was the Brown Stabiliser.
Okay.
It's another name for Imodium too. You probably don't know what that is, both of you, but it's all ahead of you. One day. Dare to dream, you'll get to use it. Adam. Upon its opening at Cedar Point in 2018, the Steel Vengeance ride became the steepest ever hybrid coaster, employing a drop of how many degrees?
Steepest hybrid coaster. I know the steepest steel coaster is Takabisha in Japan. Steepest hybrid coaster. I'm gonna guess 115 degrees.
Incorrect. It was 90.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Does that make you get a Matterhorn?
It's
If I
pretty.
went in that, I'd need some Brown Stabiliser. What is a hybrid coaster, for those that don't know?
A hybrid coaster, because there's wooden roller coasters, which are entirely made of wood, except for the trains.
And they're affectionately known as woodies, am I right?
Yes, they are known as woodies.
I'm just using roller coaster speak. You can get a Matterhorn on a woody. And you can get a woody on a Matterhorn. Anyway, yeah.
And then there's steel roller coasters, which use tubular steel, and a hybrid is wooden slats and tubular steel.
All right. Eliza. The only other character in the film with The Shining is Halloran, who knows without asking that Danny's nickname is what?
He's Doc.
Correct. Yeah. Do you know why his parents call him Doc?
Yeah, because of Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, that's right. What's up, Doc? Adam. When it opened in 2001 in Vallejo, California, operators of the V2 vertical velocity lied about what aspect of the ride to comply with city regulations?
Its height.
Correct. Yeah, it was 186 feet high, but they said it was only 150 feet high because they figured no one would check. The only problem was it was obviously taller than the nearby 150-foot high Medusa ride. Eliza? The creepy Grady twins were played by Louise and Lisa Burns, who turned 11 while on set, receiving from director Stanley Kubrick a birthday gift of which prop?
I know Kubrick had a really weirdly cute relationship with all the kids in the film. I made that sound creepy, but it's not. I don't know what kind of prop he would have given them. I'm gonna guess and say the tricycle.
Incorrect. He gave them fake blood. In particular, it was called Kensington Gore. Sounds like a last-minute gift to me. Fake blood, there you go, kids.
Yeah.
You can either have that or an axe. What do you want? 1-1, anyone's at this point? Adam. Father of the American roller coaster, Lamarcus Thompson built his first breakthrough ride to distract people from taverns, brothels and gambling dens at which resort town?
I think it's Coney Island.
Correct. Eliza. According to the documentary Room 237, Stanley Kubrick made The Shining as a confession that he faked the moon landing, alluding to it with what piece of clothing in the film?
To a jumper that Danny wears that has the Apollo 11 rocket on it.
Correct. There he is there with the jumper on. The real reason that he was wearing it was just because I think Kubrick liked it because it looked handmade. Edam. Discovered in a Geelong backyard 18 years after being decommissioned were cars from a dragon coaster that operated on the 9th floor of which shopping centre?
The powered dragon coaster. Ooh. There's a lot of them around.
That's what it looks like. When it was abandoned.
I don't know of any shopping centres in Australia that have had roller coasters in them, which I really should. So I'm just going to say Chadstone, even though it doesn't even have 9 floors.
Incorrect. The answer is Maya Centre in Brisbane. There it is there. All right, Eliza, if you get this right, you are tonight's hard quiz champion.
Jeez, okay.
Get ready to drink some Milo. Milo or tea, who could it be? Eliza. On Monday, Danny and his mother Wendy sit in the hotel lobby watching a television broadcast of which film?
I don't know what it is. I can picture what they're watching, but...
What's it look like?
It's a guy and a lady talking to each other and her like inviting him into the house. It seems kind of porny actually, but it's probably some like old sitcom or something. I'm gonna guess it's The Waltons. I don't know.
Incorrect.
Okay.
It was Summer of 42. Summer of 42 was one of Stanley Kubrick's favourite films and one of Bryan Adams' lesser-known songs. All right, it's time for a tie break. Who could it be? Milo or tea? Edam. These inverted teardrop-shaped loops, where the radius at the top of the loop is much smaller than the radius at the bottom, is known as a what loop?
Pretty confident on this one. Elliptical loop.
Incorrect. It's a clothoid.
Clothoid.
Have you heard of a clothoid?
Yes.
Yeah, now you're thinking of all those times you've been sitting around drinking tea thinking of clothoids.
Dreaming about them. Yeah.
If you get this right, you are tonight's hard quiz champion, Eliza. Stanley Kubrick lied to the Motion Picture Association of America in order to air the official trailer for The Shining, stating that the red torrent gushing from the hotel elevators was actually what?
He told the censors that it was rusty water.
Correct! You are tonight's hard quiz champion! Edam, you know what this means? Yep. There he goes. Eliza, you are tonight's hard quiz champion! You get the big brass mark. And you get to decide.
Thanks for playing hard.
Yes, if you want to be a contestant on Hard Quiz, go to hardquizcasting.com.au and tune in next week for Hard Quiz, followed by an all-new series of the weekly at 8:30. Double Tom!